السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Today we are going to start the practical part of our Access بإذن الله سبحانه وتعالى, or database, so that we need to have an idea about the main things to create a database. Mainly we are going to deal with practical task. وهنبدأ الجزئية العملية. Please do it behind me, and you have a project of 10 marks that is completely practical task. المشروع راح يكون عملي تماما, فلذلك التطبيق من خلفه يكون very important. Okay, so that will enable you to complete the project successfully, number one. Number two, the major task, that is the final exam. So within this practical task, it will lead you automatically to the to answer the theory part, اللي هي العامل ذات نفسه بيمكن الواحد من ايش؟ من انه يتعامل مع الاسئله النظريه بداخل الاختبار. So without delay, let us start. Now we need to create our own database, creating. So this is the task, creating a new database using MS Access. Yes, it is. Plus, so this is our major challenge and task for today. But before creating a database, you have to think and you have to plan your database. So before you start, class, let us have a title like this. Before you start, what you have to do. Before you start, you have to plan your database. Plus, before you start, you have to plan your database. Plan your database بمعنى توضح كل الأشياء اللي تريدها بالداتابيز مالك. الداتابيز مالكم, that is what? That is a table, and then how many tables you need within your database, how many queries satisfying for you, and then how many forms اللي هي سميناها screens, and then how many reports you need it within your database, as simple as can. So this is what, this is planning your database. The essential and the basic things, that is a table, as we said. So within the table, planning your table, designing your table, what you have to do. So within the designing of your table, you have to think about fields. How many fields you need it within a table? How many tables? First of all, how many fields within each table? So within these fields, you have to decide field name, keep in your mind. Then field data type. بجيلكم للداتا تايب وأهمية الداتا تايب في إيش. Then field properties, اللي هي خصائص هذا الحقل, what you should have within your database. Simply that is size and format. المساحة بالنسبة لكل حقل من الحقول اللي معك. Okay, field properties, and I will come to that later. You have to decide table name. Okay, so fields and table name. So within the tables, we need to have two things: fields first of all, then table name. Okay, within each table, you have to decide the things. Okay, let us start doing the things. And before that, I want to show you a real database over here. So database must have a name. First of all, database must have a name. I will come to that later. Database must have a name, okay, and must have a table. Two things the database should have it, okay. So over here we have different objects. Now, different objects, we call it like that. So tables, queries, forms, and reports. Same things we needed within our database. خلاص بنفس الكيفية نريد هذه الأشياء في داخل قاعدة البيانات مالنا. Okay. So for each object we have different views. لأي object من objects اللي معنا هذه we have at least two views. We have different views. We have the design view and we have the data sheet view. Okay. بمعنى so over here I have a table object and this is table element. خلاص يعني ايش؟ يعني عندي من خلال التيبلز object اللي هي المكونات الفيزيائيه بالنسبه للتيبلز. I have only one table called plan. Okay, plane, not plan, plane. And then in the queries object, I have a set of them. This is a challenge task. A queries challenge task within the exam and within the database as well. So we have many elements over here. Come in real, physical queries. Okay. And then within the forms, we have two. Within the report, we have one. Maybe you will be asked inside the project to have the same objects like this one. But let me start by the plane, okay? So when I double click on this plane, it will show me within this area how many fields we have, how many records we have. So this is what? This is our plane table data. خلاص عندنا كم من fields columns starting from plane number. Then we have business, can increase it, business class. يعني هذا باختصار بتحدث عن سفرية من السفريات أو طائرة من الطائرات والبلان بتاعها. Okay, seat number, amount of ticket depends on the destination. client client ID اللي هو الرقم المدني للمسافرين. ثم وراء ذلك the names of those clients, their addresses and their ages, gender. خلاص لو حسبناها بهذه الكيفية نحصل معنا total maybe of 11 fields. طيب دي بنسميها الداتا شيت فيو. Just for as introduction, I want to move to the design. How they design this table. First of all you have to design مثل البناية أولا بتبنيها وتسبقها بالكيفية اللي تريد حتى من بعد ذلك تدخل الأثاث اللي أنت تريد. So this is a furniture. الداتا هذه عبارة عن furniture. لذلك major task to have well design of your database. Now I want to move to show you the design of this table. Okay. So these are the field name, and as I told you, for each field, for each table, we should have field name, data type, properties, and table name. Things is like that. Now the table name is plain, right? And then this is the field name for the first one, and this is the data type, short text. And when we came from the field properties, just we need maybe first and second. So sometimes we need the first, sometimes we need the second properties, and sometimes we need both of them. So the field size is 25. That means maximum of 25. يعني سعة هذا العمود أو عرض هذا العمود أقصى شيء نريدها 25 لأنه البلين نمبر ما راح يتجاوز إيش؟ ما راح يتجاوز ال 25 مثلا. خلاص. So that we need to keep it such way like this. business class. So the data type of this field yes or no. بمعنى إنه القيمة اللي نريد نخزنها بداخل هذا الحقل it is one of two. That is yes means that is business class. If you select, if we keep it empty, then that means we will not add anything within that. Seed number it is short text اللي راح نخزن فيه ايش؟ راح نخزن فيه رقم المقعد حال كل مسافر من المسافرين. الاماونت بالنسبه حال التذكره عباره عن بداخل هذا الحقل راح نخزن ايش؟ راح نخزن فلوس money. وضح لكم بهذه الكيفيه. client ID, so that is number, and sometimes if there is alphabetics فلابد ايش؟ لابد نحطه as short text something like that. I will tell you in details about this. client name اللي هو اسم العميل مالنا, it is short text of length 25. For the currency, we keep it currencies as it is, but we have different format. عندنا تنسيقات أخرى. نعم. For these business classes, we said yes or no, and the field properties format it is yes or no again. Then for the age it is a number and we keep it integer. I will tell you later why we will do so. Gender اللي هو اللي بنسميه النوع ذكر أم أنثى, so that is yes or no, and again the format is yes or no. Plus as simple as can. So if I click over here, then I can move to the data sheet view. So this is data sheet view اللي بعد ما أصمم هذا الجدول وأحط فيه كل structures اللي أنا أريد, then automatically I can get inside and I can fill the data. So any square like this, أي مربع بهذه الكيفية مقابل كل حقل من الحقول أو عمود من الأعمدة, هذا النوع من الحقل يعبى بعلامة صح أو نتركه فارغ. indicates what؟ لما أحط علامة الصح that means it is true. يعني بمعنى إذا كان حطينا على هذا الجندر, لما يكون عندي مثلا حسن is true, that means he's male. بينما منى خليناه empty, دلالة على ماذا؟ على أنه she is a female. وبهذه الكيفية فاطمة female. And when we come to the موزة again it is, she is female. بخلاف ذلك any text that means he's male. معنى ذلك هم ايش؟ هم ذكور أو رجالة. when we keep text over here that means this is first class. يعني هذا الشخص يريد أن يحجز على الدرجة الأولى. لما نخليه فارغ بهذه الكيفية empty boxes that means he's not concerning about first class, just he need to travel or she need to travel simple as can. That's it. نعم. So now we need to start and to create our own database. That's why I'm going to close this database applications. And now the task to start your access, starting your access, MS Access. Don't get confused. How to start your access? Different approaches and different ways to start a program, as you have seen in the previous applications. So from start button, and then look out if this axis front of you, if you are using 2010, then simply, or sorry, Windows 10, simply it will be listed front of you. Click over there. Otherwise, you can write within the search box access. So the operating system automatically will understand that you are going to start your access. So your access will be listed or presented over here. Click from anywhere to start your application. That's it. So starting your access indicates what you are going to do. So either you are going to open an old starting or opening. Let me write opening new database. That is blank. We call it blank. يعني database from the beginning. or an empty one. So old one, that is a stored one, that is saved database to continue on that, right? Saved database. يعني إما قاعدة بيانات مخزنة أو قاعدة بيانات جديدة from the beginning. So our target is the phase one, right? So we are going to start a new database, blank database from the scratch. The new database could be from a template and it could be from a blank database. Even the new database, is it a template or all these are templates. خلاص تعدل فيها كيف ما أنت تريد. But we are concerning about blank database or blank desktop database. خلونا نروح على هذه البلانك database. As we said, a database must have a name. A database must new database essential. Let me say it like that. Okay, number one. Database must have a name. يعني ما ممكن نتركها بدون اسم بأي حال من الأحوال. Database must have table. A table must have at least a field. Such way I have a database. ما لم تتوفر هذه الثلاثة أشياء, then I don't have a database. Database must have a name. Database must have a table. A table must have a name, and then a table must have a field. Last by this is compulsory. A table must have هذه أشياء لابد من عندي على أساس إنه to go ahead and to continue your creating a database or having a database. So now I'm going to decide my database name, to suggest your database name. So I'm going to write just this is test database, testing database. دي short for database. والله لكم لما اضغط على هذا البتن على هذا الايكون this will decide where to save your database. في اي مكان تريد تخزن قاعده البيانات مالك هذه. The suggestion over here that is in C on my documents or documents by the same way like here, but you can change it to desktop, you can change it to flash if you like, you can change it to D or wherever you want. خلاص تحدد ايش مسبقا في اي جانب تريد تخزن قاعده البيانات هذه. Beside once again you can have or you can change your mind or double check the database name from over here. If things are fine with you, then not more than press on OK. Then we are changing the location of saving our database to be on desktop. This is according to me. خلاص. Then my database name, it is over here. Keep in your mind the database, it is a file. So after that, just you have to press on create. Then automatically things will be done on behalf of you. خلاص تم تأسيس وتأطير هذه القاعدة بالنسبة للبيانات. So within this screen layout we have a ribbon over here. Automatically for the new database it will keep you in the ribbon called fields. لأنه قلنا قاعدة البيانات must have a name. خلصنا من عند النيم. Then the database must have a table. Automatically I got a table. The table must must have a name, so they call it table 1. The table must have a field. Now they took me to the inside the table, and I have only one field that is called ID, because for all the tables must have an ID plus, and automatically keep me in field ribbon plus. We know that what is the ribbon and menu, that is a set of buttons divided into groups، مجموعة أزرار مقسمة إلى مجموعات. مخلصين من هذا الأمر من قبل وما نريد نتحدث عنه أكثر عن ذلك. So automatically we have a table, then this table have to be customized. Okay, automatically we will get a table within a new database, or for a new database. Automatically we get one table with one field. That is automatically plus one table one field. A table بمسمى table 1 والfield مسمى field 1 as well, to observe the things over here. So we have table 1 and we have field ID. Sorry, that's the ID. Okay, so automatically, because for any table must we should have an ID. دائما وابدا الجدول بيكون عنده رقم معرف كما يسمونه اللي هو table ID, such way like that. So it is just a suggestions. So after that you can change and modify or customize your table. So the second, if this is the first step, then what we have to do, we need to customize our table. Okay, تخصيص or changing whatever you want, or modifying. Modifying your table. يعني ما اريد هذه الاشياء اللي جات لي تلقائيا وعفويا. So I need to do my own. So in such case you have to know how to move between table view. So over here I need to talk about table view اللي هو طرق عرض الجدول المالي المختلفة. We have data sheet view, and then we have design view to decide many things within this design view. I'll tell you later about that. So just right now how to move between this design and data sheet. Now currently this is data sheet view. Okay, from this table tab, we call it table tab, where the table name will be displayed. We can right click over there, then will give us or display to us many options, or 5 options specifically. So when you click on the design view, it will take you over here, and over here for the first time you must have a name for this table. You must have a name of this table. Chance for you to change the table, or you can keep it as it is, depends on within the question inside the exam or the project. Yes. Then I want to get back to that data sheet view. So when you click over here, it will take you back to the phase status when we're starting our database. Alternatively, you can click on this button to switch alternatively between data sheet view and design view. This is the design, and later we can go back to the data sheet view by such a way. From the object areas or pan, when you click on right click on the object name, then if you want to move to the design view, so you can. and then within open, then it will take you to the datasheet view. That means we have different ways to move between design and datasheet view of your object. Yes, it is. Plus, so moving between different views of the tables, we could have different methods. Okay, keep in your mind different method to do so. بكم من الطرق ممكن الانتقال أو التنقل ما بين عرض البيانات بنسميها، هذه طريقة عرض البيانات، وهذه بنسميها طريقة التصميم. Okay, fine, that's it. Within the datasheet view, we are concerning about one thing, right? So that is just entering your data, not more than that. And within the design view, we need to build our table. And this is the challenge. This is the major task. That is building your table. خلاص. Building our or your. خليها your table, not mine. Okay. So let us assume that we have table structures like so. Okay, to make it easiest for you, okay. Let me have such a table that is having suggestions only, and then this one over here we need to format our fields. So okay, first of all, table name, I need to change it to test. It's just for test. Plus, then we have TID. We need to keep it as number and of type integer. Plus T name, that is short text, length, that is 25, assume that, and then we need to have okay, date of birth, for example. Okay, that is date or time. The format, that is we need it as short date. Plus, so this is my table structure. First of all, the table name should be like this, and then we have 3 different fields. Within these fields, we have different data types and different formats that will form my table. Okay, so automatically we got this table. Now we need to modify this table. Let us start by this structure. Let us get inside to the design. Moving to the design, right click, and when you get this shortcut menu, select the design, and we have ID automatically, but that is we need it to be TID. Number 1. Number 2, the data type, it is a number, not auto number. So move to the field or to the second column of the data type, open all the options within there, and you need to select number. Okay, this is step number 2. this number, and the format from the field properties, we need it as integer. We need it as integer. So let us write here specifically field properties, and we need formatting to be as integer. We need the format to be as integer. If I make it like this, maybe it will be clear. Size or format, one of two. Allah lakum. So in the format, it needs to have to be as integers. We have to come to the field properties over here, and then the field size instead of long integer, we need it just as integer. So I have to select this one. Okay. This point number one. Point number two, or field number two, we have T name, short text, and 25. So we are going to write the field name, and then we will move to the second column, that's data type. Whenever I move within this second column data type, automatically I will get suggestions that is it a short text, because this is the most common one. Yes, number one. Number two, the default size is 255. Yes, it is. Then change it to the suitable size for you. So I wanted, or they need it to be 25 only. So I make it 25. Got it? Then let us move to the third task, that is third field as date of birth. And when I move to the next column, will suggest that is short text, but it is not like that. So open the list, and from inside select date or time. That's done. Then you have to come to the field properties. Right now we need to decide the format of these fields. So they said short date. That means we need it by such way. Short date, American style. Yes, it is. So now the structure of my table is completed. That is field name, that's data type, and field properties. Either we need to select field size or formatting of these fields. If the things is fine with you, not more than saving this structure, I'm going to save it because I'm doing some changes over here, and I'm going to close this object, closing all, or just close. That's it. Okay. What is the remaining? The remaining, that is table name. It is, before it is table. So if you want to change it, keep in your mind. Keep in your mind. Unless this table is being closed, you cannot change it, the table name. No way to do so. So right click on this table and you can move to the rename. It will give you a chance to change the table name, that is test table. Things fine. Press on enter. It have been completed. So this is for today class. Later in the next class, we'll tell you in details what we did and why we did. Okay, what we did and why. Okay, so now this is our table structures: TID, T name, and date of birth. And this is a data sheet view. Now you can start entering your data, but I'm not going to do anything. Just I will keep it such a way like this. That's it. I'm going to save the last things, and we will continue in next class. بإذن الله سبحانه وتعالى. So, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.